check. There we go. Hello there, everybody. We were just talking about last time, if I got 11 comma 10 and 6 comma 11, I could come up with a slope of negative 1 over 5. We did that with pictures, but do you remember how we could do that without them? Let's see what we can manage. Can I get you guys up here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? All right. Hey, good morning. I think I already said that, but it's good to see you all. So does anyone remember, how did I come up with a 1 and a 5 from this situation? How did I come up with those numbers at all? Yes, Aquara. Yeah, I just subtracted, right? So you'll remember, hopefully, that your x values are these first numbers, and your y values are these second numbers. So if you do change in y over change in x, that's your y value subtracted over your x value subtracted. 11 minus 6. 10 minus 11 is negative 1. 11 minus 6 is 5. That's how you can get negative 1/5. How many of us feel like that is not too bad? That is not too bad. Great. We're going to get a little bit of practice on that as well. It is the 103rd day, guys. 103 may be the smallest number that when added to its reversal in base 3 does not eventually make a palindrome. It's pretty wild. Basically, if you write a number in base 3 instead of base 10, and then you add it to its reversal, we just wait until we see if it makes the same number. Like, let me give you an example. In base 10, it might look something like this. 103 plus 301 is equal to 404. Now, when we get that, guys, we ask ourselves, is that a palindrome? Meaning, is it the same backwards as forwards? Yes or no? Yeah, 404 is the same backwards as forwards, so 103 in base 10 does not have this property, but it does in base 3. It is the day the music died. Do you guys know what that means? Yeah, you know that song, a long, long time ago, I can still remember when the music made the people dance. You guys know that song? No, it's a really good song. Bye Bye Miss American Pie. Yeah. That's a really good Don McLean. It's really good. But that song specifically is about a plane wreck that happened, I believe, in the early '60s, maybe late '50s. Maybe you know Bronson. Go ahead. Oh yes. Hey, if it's by Weird Al, chances are I've heard it. I've heard it. Absolutely. So a plane crash in I think the late '50s, early '60s killed 3 extremely up-and-coming artists that have made very little music because they died so young, but the music they made is like incredible, and so we lost a lot of really, really big talent that day. I don't know, you guys probably, I found my first period didn't know who any of these people were, and they recognized one of the songs. Maybe you guys know who Buddy Holly is? Buddy Holly, absolutely. You know the song, Oh Boy, Baby, When You're With Me, Oh Boy, Oh Boy. You know that one? That's a great song. Look at that. You guys have great taste. Yeah, so he died in that plane wreck. Also, the Big Bopper died in that plane wreck. Maybe you guys don't know him as much. He did that song that's like, Chantilly lace in her hair, tumbling down. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's another really good song. And Richie Valens died in that plane wreck. Now, here's the thing. In my first period, nobody knew who any of those guys were. But everybody knew this song by Richie Valens. Richie Valens did that song that's like, ba-la-la-la-la-bamba. Ba-la-la-la-la-bamba, que necesito arriba, arriba. You know that one? That's a great song. That's a really good song. But he died in that plane wreck as well. So it's the day the music died because 3 incredible artists died in the same tragic plane crash. Okay, let's see here, guys. Can I get you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Let's see here. Rachel, can you please sing La Bamba for... I'm just kidding. Will you read our first essential question? Rachel's like, oh, thank goodness. Yeah, stand up if you got to. I keep using, like, not the best markers for you guys. Yeah, maybe practice finding the slope. I know that's going to be stuck in your head for the rest of the day. Of a line, which is not too bad, given 2 points it passes through. Okay, Jeopardy this week, Soup's on. This classic Get Better Soup inspired 276 books, including the It for the teenager soul, for the baseball fan soul, or for the prisoner's soul. Does anyone know what soup that might be? Yes, Akora. Not salt, not salt. Yeah, say it again. Chicken noodle soup is what we're looking for. Chicken noodle soup. And then formal wear, I'm afraid that's not the suit. Go ahead, Pronto. That's the tie, absolutely. That's right. Okay. Okay. Can I get you guys in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? All right, guys. Got a pencil? So we're going to go slope between points. So there's kind of two ways that people tackle these problems. One of them is the one that you're going to see everyone doing, like in the future in high school. They're going to be like, all right, guys, it's time to use the slope formula. And it's actually not my favorite way to do it, but that's okay. I'll show it to you, and then I'll show you my way. Conrad, when's your birthday? August 21st. So we're going to write down these 2 points. 25th, excuse me. Negative 8, comma 25. And let's see here. When is your birthday, Malia? October 6th. And we're going to go 11, comma negative 6. Okay? So those are 2 points that you could imagine in space. 11, comma negative 6 is over here. Negative 8, comma 25 is way over here. If I asked you to graph that and then count the change in y over change in x, how many of you would be mad at me? Yeah, you should be. That's a terrible thing to graph. Something that goes 25 up, 8 to the left, down 6, right 11. No thanks. So there's an easier way to do this. And I'm going to first, do you guys want to see the way that I do it first, or you want to see the way they do it in high school? You want to see the high school way? So the high school way goes like this. If you label this x1, y1, x2, y2, get it? It's the first x, the first y, the second x, the second y. That's all it's saying. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to put the change in y over the change in x. So we're going to do y2 minus y1 on top over x2 minus x1 on bottom. That's all you do. You do the second y minus the first y over the second x minus the first x. And we punch that in our calculators, honestly. I gotta pull up the thing and do the song. TI SmartView, TM emulator software for the TI-30X/TI-34 multi-view. TM calculators, Texas Instruments, validating software license, ... Any minute now. Texas Instruments, version 2.1.1, 344. I don't know what those numbers mean. Emulator from MathPrint, TM calculators, TI SmartView, TM, MP, which I'm pretty sure stands for MathPrint. Oh, goodness gracious, this is going to keep going. Sweet Caroline, ba ba ba. Good times never felt so good. Ba la 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 bamba. Ba la 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 bamba. Que necesito arriba arriba. Chantilly's tumbling down. What? This is taking too long. Hey, wake up. I was singing the song. I don't know why it's giving me such a hard time. Oh, maybe. TI SmartView, TM emulator software. Maybe you guys need to do it with me. TI SmartView, TM emulator software. The TI-30X/TI-34 multi-view. TM calculators, Texas Instruments, validating software license. ... Nope. Everything's ruined forever. Oh no, it's broken. All right. Fine. Conrad, what did you get for -6 minus 25? Let's see what he gets, guys. -31. What did you get for 11 minus -8? 19. Those are both prime numbers, so we're super done. That's it. That's as far as we can go with that. How many people after seeing that one time are feeling pretty confident that they can manage that? You guys doing okay? All right, let's see here. I'm going to grab this first birthday at random, but I need the second birthday to do something specific. So I'm going to see if I can get a little bit of help on this. Let's see here. Molly, when's your birthday? Today, happy birthday to you. And today is 2 comma, we're saying -3. 2 comma -3. And I need someone who was born in an even month and an odd day. An even month and an odd day. Luke, immediately, what's that? February 7th. Oh, I don't want February, though. I don't want you know what, though? I'm going to tell you right now, Luke. I'm going to come back to that. Okay, I'm going to come back to yours, okay? Let's see here. Go ahead, Cora. April 11th. Beautiful. Will you guys go ahead and find the slope of the line between those? I'll put on a little hint here. There's x1, y1, x2, y2. Go ahead and do that the way we did it, and then I'm going to show you how I do them personally, and then you guys get to pick which one you want to do. Give it a shot and teach. Loving this. What's that? Yeah, so if you're going to do it the high school way, that's the way I showed you before, which we do y2 minus y1. In fact, I'll write it down. Y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And that's what the slope is. And that will work every time. So just do the y2, whatever is your second y minus your first y, over your second x minus your first x, and then you can set those up. Hi, Oliver. Let's see here. How'd you get that top number? Oh, I think you accidentally hit times. Yeah. So let's try that again with a minus. It is, but that reduces. Okay. Here you go. All right. Can I get you guys back up here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? So the slope is the y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So Almas, what did you put in the numerator, the top here? Oh, how did you get that? Ooh, careful. You see how it's 11 minus -3? That's okay. That's okay. Go ahead and punch that in and see what you get instead. I actually love that you're simplifying this as we go, by the way. 14. Okay, very good. And what did you put in the denominator? And what's that? -6. Perfect. Now this is something we can put in our calculator. What? No. No. Okay. No way. Okay, I'm going to pull up my high school calculator then, which I don't think I have a song for, but we're just going to have to make one up. I can't believe that. I can't believe that, you guys. That's wild. That's nuts. TI SmartView TMCE emulator software for the TI-40 Plus family. Version 6.0.1, 344. Texas Instruments high school calculators. That's what we're doing here. If we have time. Any minute now. This would be great. Holy crap, guys. You gotta be kidding me. Look at that. That's not working. That's not working. Nothing's working. Nothing. Boo! Will you guys punch that in your calculator as a fraction, please? 14 over -6. 14 over -6. And let's see what we get. I would love to get that from Akora. What do you get when you put 14 over -6 in your calculator? Yes, ma'am. No, Akora. Yes, that's what we got here when Almas punched that in. -7/3. How many of us got -7/3 or see how we got that and aren't too concerned? Cool. I'm going to show you how I handle these. When I do these, guys, I personally don't use the slope formula. I use what I like to call point stacks. And point stacks work like this. I just put one point underneath the other one. And then I subtract. 2 minus -4 is +6. -3 minus 11 is -14. I remember that that's my x and that's my y. and I'm supposed to go change in y over change in x, which would give me the same result. Who here prefers this method here, slope formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1? Okay. Who prefers the way that I do it with point stacks? Which way do you think I want you to do it? Either way is great. You guys can do this however the heck you want. Okay, you can do this however the heck you want. All right, let's see here. I promised I was coming back to your birthday, Luke. So I'm going to come back to your birthday. Your birthday's good. 2, 7. And does someone have a birthday that comes before the 7th of the month? Does someone have a birthday that comes before the 7th of the month? Let's see. Almost, please. When is it? July 5th. Go ahead, guys. When I say teach, I want you to say, okay, find the slope of the line that goes between 2, 7 and 7, 5. Give it a try and teach. Me, November 14th. Okay. All right. Can I get you guys in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Gavin, do you feel more comfortable with point stacks or with the slope formula? The slope formula. So tell me what you did for the slope formula. Okay. Beautiful. And a 5. Awesome. How many of us got negative 2/5 for that slope? How many of us got negative 2/5? You love to hear it. Oliver, do you do that with point stacks? Oh, you did the same way. Who uses point stacks? Who uses point stacks? Let's see here. Why don't we go, Nora, talk to me about how you did that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's negative 5. And that's 2. So what'd you do with those guys? Yeah, 2 over negative 5, which reduces to negative 2/5. They both work. Here's the thing that I find, guys, when you use the slope formula like Gavin, the mistake you have to watch out for, which Gavin didn't make, by the way, so I'm pretty pleased with that, is that sometimes people will do 7 minus 2 and then 7 minus 5 because you want to do the big number minus the small number just because that's the way our brains are wired. And you got to watch out for that. But when you use point stacks, what I'll see is sometimes people will put the change in x over the change in y because they want to put the first number on top because that's the way our brains are wired. So just watch out for those mistakes. This is what a level 2 looks like on your skill check next week. How many of us feel like we're going to be just fine if this is what a level 2 looks like on our skill check next week? Was that a question, Bronson? Oh, sure. So it's because if I do, so you're talking about Nora's way, right? Hi, Annie. Ah, perfect. Here you go. So in Nora's way, what she did was she did probably 2 over negative 5 in your calculator. I'll bet you did that, right, Nora? And your calculator, if it ever loads, are they both? They're both. Wait, now that other one's gone. Yeah, but then I have to go to online. If you put that in your calculator, it'll spit it back out to you, Bronson, as negative 2/5. Okay? Perfect. Hey, guys, before we get started on our self-assessment, which, by the way, is self-assessment. Oops. That's not the right paper. Yep, this is what our self-assessment's about. It's 10.2. I'm going to read off where you're going for warrior time today. So go ahead, open your Chromebook, start logging on to Canvas and going to 10.2 and working on that. But I'm going to read off where you go for warrior time. Those of you at home,